Hey, what's going on YouTube? Back at it again with another video. But before we start, if you guys could please leave a comment, please subscribe, and also click on the notification bell to be notified for more future videos. So in this video, I'm going to be replacing the battery on this Iron 883. It hasn't really been turning over as much as before, but you know, this should be a pretty simple task. What we're gonna do is take a Phillips and remove the seat right here, and then once we take the seat off, we'll take the cover off. We'll go in with a 10mm socket and remove the bracket and also the bolts in the battery. Alright, so I got myself a Phillips right here. We're gonna start removing the seat. It's real easy. And with this seat, there's a bolt right here. All you have to do once you take this off is push this forward and up. So forward and up. Alright, now that we have the seat removed, we have the positive right here, and we take this cover off, which is super easy. You just grab and pull, right? And just lift up this little tab right here. See, there's a tab for this. You just lift and pull. So let's begin. We got the positive right here, we got the negative right here. So the first thing that we want to do is unclip these right here, and then once we get this unclipped, we have the bracket right here, which is hooked right here, and there's you're gonna need a 10mm to remove that from here. So we'll begin by taking this off, the fuse, and disconnecting the fuse, and then we'll go in here with the 10mm and then unhook it from the top. So yeah, you come in, you pull this off. It's Velcro right here. So here it is right here. There's a little tab right there and two tabs up here. You just pick this up and squeeze down here, and it comes right off. And we'll be taking this off. Now, my bike does not have a security feature, so I could just easily pull that out with no problem, right? As you can see. But if your bike comes with a security feature, from what I've read, you're gonna have to turn the bike on, run, and then you could pull it out. But since I don't have a security feature, I could just easily yank this out. It's not gonna be an issue. All right, so now we have this removed. We can go up top to where the bracket is at. There we go. There we go. And now we can start pulling this back. And we have access to the negative. All right, we're gonna start with this 10mm right here, 10mm wrench, and we're gonna start unscrewing this right here. There you go. Again, we're going to use the 10mm on this right here on the positive. And like that, we finally can take this out, this dead battery right here, and we're gonna replace it with a new one. All right, this is the new battery that we're gonna use. We're gonna be using Big Crank. I bought this for $88 on batterymart.com. The noticeable difference is that this is flush with the box, with the battery box. And this isn't. There's like a little space in between this and the box itself. That's why we have spacers right here. We're gonna use the spacers and line them up and screw them on. Now, when we screw this back on, remember how when we were taking it off, it was negative first and then positive. Now that we're gonna go back and put in a new battery, what we're gonna do is install and screw on the positive first and then negative. All right, we're gonna begin now. Put this on to the side, and we're gonna be using these two right here. So like I said before, we're gonna use that spacer right here. Boom, connect to everything and then screw it on. Now it's important that it's flush, like all the connectors are flush, because every time you turn it over and turn on, if it's not flush over time, this is gonna melt. So it has to be flush, and I'll show you that in a second once we put this battery inside right here. All right, as you can see, I have it lined up with here. Right, it's actually kind of hard to do it with the iPhone in my hand and trying to connect all these three connectors right here to that brass spacer. I think it's brass, but yeah, it just has to be perfect. Like all of this has to connect flush with this right here. So I'm just gonna start screwing it by hand, and then at the very end just tighten it with my wrench. All right, here we go. Got all three connected. Boom, perfect flush with that to the positive. Now we're good to go. I can put this back on top. And now we're gonna take care of the negative. Now, I think this is a 2015 Iron 883. The 2014 and older, they had this flipped where this is the positive and this is the negative, right? And I'm glad they changed this around, because it's way easier, because you're supposed to take the negative out first and then the positive. But on the older ones, it was a positive here and then the negative here, so you had to take out the positive first. And the tricky thing about it is, when using a tool, everything here, anything metal is ground, right? So when you're working on a 2014 and below, or 2014 and older, you have to be careful when you're wrenching to not hit anything that could ground out the battery. You don't want to do that. That's why you have to take out the negative first and then the positive. But it's impossible on the 2014 and older. So just be careful when you take out the positive here, and then you slide it out, and then you can take care of the negative. But now that we have the positive taken care of, we're going to take care of the negative right here. We're going to put a spacer again on this, and then put this first, and then this is my battery tender right here. Yeah, let's do it. All right, we're here on the negative. I got the spacer right here connected. This right here. I'm not really too familiar with electrical parts or anything when it comes to mechanical stuff, but I know this has to go in first, and then this is my battery tender, and that goes last. So we do it based on priority, and the same thing here too on the positive. It's based on priority. I know one of this is the starter. I forgot what the second one is. Maybe the second one is the starter. I'm not too sure, but I know for sure the last one is the battery tender, and it's always based on priority of what you want. You know, you want your bike to start. You know, that's why you put that closest to the battery. But yeah, so we're gonna start hand screwing this down. You know, observing to see if this spacer moves or not. Keep going. We'll grab our wrench. Actually, you know what? Let's do this with a Phillips, because you can use a Phillips right here, and just observe. Start screwing this down. Okay, so now we're gonna reinstall the bracket. There's a hook right here up top, connect it right there. You know. See, right there. And then on the bottom, we're gonna get our bolt and connect it right back into there. Like with anything that we do, we want to hand tighten it first, you know, that way we don't strip the thread. And then come in with our wrench and tighten it down for a snug fit. Snug it out. That's about it right there. It's about as snug as it'll get. And then that's it. All we have to do left now is to test it. So let's do that right now. Oh, I forgot. One more thing. Obviously I can't start up the bike without the fuse. So let me just do that first. Boom, connected. We'll take this, connected. Now we're good to go. We'll put this back on the Velcro. Now we're good. Now we can test this. Okay, let's try this out. Boom, we got light. So far so good, it looks good. Let me actually put this in neutral. Boom, perfect. Like that. All right, the moment of truth right here. That was good. That was good. Let's do it one more time, just so it's not a fluke. Put this on run, and we'll start this up again. Awesome, it worked out. All right, now we got everything back on. Simple, you just slide the seat in. There's a hole where it meets the bolt. You just have to line it up, boom, perfect. Then you just screw back this right here with a Phillips screwdriver. Boom, real easy stuff. And then, like I showed you how to take it off, you just do it in reverse, where there's a hook right here, a little tab right here, you just line it up, boom, perfect. And then you just close it. There it is. These two little tabs. That's it. Two open little tabs right here. And what's really important is whenever you're not using your bike, make sure to have a battery tender and have it connected at all times. That way your battery can last as long as possible. Because if not, if you just let it sit, it's just not going to last that long. Unfortunately, motorcycle batteries just have a short lifespan. It's unfortunate, sucks. I kind of hate it because, you know, that's like you're having to spend $100 basically every few months if you're not taking care of it. So if you have a garage, you know, you can store it in there, have this connected to a wall, and you're good to go. You just unplug it and it's ready to go, and you can ride off. Well, thanks again for watching this video and following me changing the battery out on the motorcycle. If you like what you saw, please give a like, leave a like, please subscribe, and also click on the notification bell. It really help me out. I have a new channel. I'm trying to grow it, and I'm trying to come out with new content at least once a week. So if you like it, please support. Appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.